Hello, everybody. I'm going to just wait a hot minute while everybody starts to get on. I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Chanelle Jepson. I am the Senior VP of Product Innovation at Xyngular. I am a biochemist and a certified nutritionist. I really specialize in the human microbiome. I've been doing this for a very long time, and I'm really excited for the topic tonight. This is really kind of my own story as well, and it's just my shift in my weight. Um, I went from being borderline obese to at a healthy weight. I went from having cystic acne to very clear skin. I went from having gastroesophageal reflux disease to no symptoms. I mean, I could go on and on of the list of the things that I had to kind of play detective in myself and solve for myself. But one of those things was really weight loss. I was in college and I didn't get the freshman 15, I got the freshman 50. And I tried all the things. I tried the low calorie diets, I tried the 100-calorie snack packs, I tried all of the things. And I found that the true secret to long lasting weight loss is by biohacking your gut. And that's why I'm super excited to talk about it tonight, is because since then I have had two babies and I'm 40 and I am at the healthiest I've really ever been. And it really, I can say it is all about how much I focus on my gut. So, cute little tagline, weight loss takes gut. This is the missing link between really your gut health, your metabolism, inflammation, and lasting weight loss. So, I'm going to start off with something a little bit controversial. What if I told you that many people, the problem isn't actually that they're eating too much? It's that their gut isn't working properly. It's not necessarily their willpower or their motivation. And it's not because they just need to suffer harder, right? They got to like work out harder, eat less. We hear that all the time. But unfortunately, that math equation, it fails a lot of women. It fails a lot of women for a lot of different reasons. And the one I'm going to talk about tonight is their gut. Because your gut isn't just where food goes, it's where your metabolism starts, it's where your inflammation begins. It's where all of those hunger hormones, like the popular one, GLP-1, that's where they're all produced. And it's where your nutrients get absorbed. This is the most powerful, it signals the most powerful weight management signals that you see. So today we are going to talk about why weight loss takes guts. And at the end of the call, I hope you are able to pull through a couple of different things that you can actually apply tonight in order to improve your gut health. Uh, Fun fact, it only takes 3 days for you to change your microbiome. So I want you to give us at least 3 days to work on your gut health. And you can see just the power in what that can do and transform for you. All right, so let's start with this little math equation. Math equation. People are struggling more than ever before. If you look at the obesity rates, they've just continued to rise since the introduction of processed foods. And we see that we are the most overfed and malnutrition country in the entire world, which means we eat too much, but we don't get enough nutrients. So we're deficient. Like we have a very, very high percentage of nutrient deficiencies. The vast majority of Americans are walking around with not enough vitamin C, vitamin B, definitely not enough vitamin D. So there are all of these different things that we're experiencing, even though we're eating more than ever before. All right, so this is really the mission of Xyngular. We are leading the metabolic shift with Xyngular and XMD because of this stat right here. 9 out of 10 of you sitting in this class tonight are metabolically unhealthy, meaning you may have high blood pressure, high blood sugar, you may be obese, you may have diabetes, you might have pre-diabetes, you may have PMOS, like you might have one of these metabolic dysfunctions. And you might be sitting here, especially if you're the woman who was diagnosed with what was formerly called PCOS, now PMOS, and you might have gone into the doctor and they might have said, you just got to eat less and you got to move more and you just got to try harder. That math equation failed you because you had insulin resistance and your blood sugars aren't balanced. Like you have so many underlying issues of metabolic dysfunction. And so the problem wasn't necessarily your effort, the problem is biology. And so if we can biohack our guts, which uh, you have trillions and trillions of bacteria living in and on your body, and you actually have 10 times more bacterial DNA than human DNA. Let me say that again. You have 10 times more bacteria DNA than human DNA. Now, what if we could take those trillions of bacteria and have them work for us rather than against us? And that's what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about biohacking our gut and biohacking all of this little bacteria to do what we need them to do. Okay? So I think a lot of people think of your gut as just an organ. But it isn't just digestion. It is a metabolic organ. It helps with your immunity. It is an endocrine organ. Endocrine meaning it produces hormones. So if your hormones are imbalanced, if your gut is imbalanced, if you have gut dysbiosis, it's also your appetite regulation organ. And it is your inflammation control center. Everything starts here. Everything starts in your gut. So when you tackle any issue, I always start with the gut and work outwards. So your gut influences a lot of different things. When you're eating, your body will produce different satiety peptides. Peptides right now are all the rage. You might not know this, but you create endogenous peptides right now. When you eat, when you drink, your body is going to be creating these peptides. And so your body, but depends on what you eat. Okay. So if you are, you're able to produce GLP-1, CCK, PYY, all of these really cool peptides, and this is what helps you feel full and satisfied and not that ever-ending pit, okay? So it influences all of these different things: hunger, cravings, inflammation, blood sugar, nutrient absorption, fat storage, energy projection, and your metabolism. So I'm going to tackle four of the biggest gut roadblocks that we see that are making it so that you cannot lose weight. Okay. These are the four biggest gut roadblocks. And then I am going to give you some lifestyle style tips on how you can tackle these four things, but I'm also going to give you specific products that can help you tackle these four things. Okay. Now let's break it down. Number one is inflammation. Inflammation acts like a brake on your metabolism, okay? Because when your inflammation rises, your insulin sensitivity decreases, your energy production decreases, your ability to recover. However, your fat storage increases, okay? When your body is pumped full of cortisol, the stress hormone, because of excess inflammation, this is what's happening. So your body is spending more time just trying to survive rather than actually optimizing. And we want to optimize your health care. We want you to go from feeling good to feeling great, okay? We have high expectations for sure. So this is the number one roadblock that we see is inflammation. Here are some of the things that you can do today in order to help with inflammation. We want your body to have a healthy inflammatory response. So one of the things is getting rid of refined sugars. Sugars that are in fruit, great. Sugars in candy, not great. Everyone thinks sugar equals sugar. It's actually not true because your fruit also has um, sometimes polyphenols, these antioxidants. It has fiber. It is a more comprehensive. So, yes, it has sugar, but it has more in it that helps reduce the conversion and absorption of a simple sugar. Where your candy, whatever it is, whatever your candy of choice is, that can really spike your inflammation. So I think getting rid of those, just the simple sugars, white breads, things like that that don't have fiber in them can really cause a lot of inflammation. A couple other things that cause inflammation is really just some lifestyle things: drinking, smoking, crazy enough, not getting enough sleep, of course, pollution. And some of these things are things that Like I can't control my state's pollution. I have to live with it. So I just have tools in order to combat that. But inflammation is the leading cause of obesity. So we really want to tackle inflammation. So one of the products that we have that helps give a healthy inflammatory response is trim sticks. Now you're probably thinking with the name trim sticks, it's a weight loss product, which you wouldn't be wrong. You are right. However, it has a really cool ingredient called cur cousin. Cur cousin is a trademarked ingredient that is works at creating a healthy inflammatory response. And this is one of the ways that it tackles weight loss. If you've ever heard of turmeric, okay? Turmeric is this incredible herb and it helps to create a healthy inflammatory response. But cur cousin is like turmeric 2.0. It is the superior version of cur cousin of turmeric. And so cur cousin is really going to be a very powerful way to give your body the ability to respond to inflammation in a healthy way. Okay, so that is one of the really amazing ingredients in trim sticks. I am currently drinking fruit punch, and it is so delicious. I have to be careful though, because my kids, they love it so much, they keep trying to take it, but it does have some caffeine in it. Um, but I'm going to talk a little bit more about trim sticks on another topic. But I just wanted to share that cool thing about cur cousin because it really is an incredible ingredient. All right, next up is poor nutrient absorption. Many people are overfed but malnutritioned. And unfortunately, this can lead to excess weight gain, but then also just nutrition deficiencies. You guys, we have a lot of modern day problems. We have soil that is turned over all the time, and so it's depleted. So an apple today versus an apple 50 years ago has completely different nutrition profile. We're having to eat so many more fruits and vegetables just to get in the baseline, okay? And so whenever we go to eat, I want you to get the best ROI on your food, meaning you're investing in your food for nutrients. I want you to get the highest return on that. And that is why with all my meals, I take complete digestive aid. It is a broad spectrum digestive aid. It has all of these different enzymes in it that are going to break down food so that you absorb more. Now, when you absorb more nutrients, that's going to show up in a better immune system. That's going to show up in better skin because your food isn't fermenting in your gut, causing skin problems. It's going to give you more energy because kcal equals energy, calories equal energy. You're able to actually get energy from your food. You're going to get more nutrients. You're going to have better absorption. One of the key things I love this for, especially in the summer, is it debloats you so quickly because there's organic ginger in there. And this is going to help calm your gut and help to reduce bloating, which is obviously we do want that, especially when we're prancing around in swimming suits, right? But we want you to wear the swimming suits. We want you to live the life. We just want to give you the tools so that you can show up in your life in the way you want to. So digestive aid, it has enzymes that break down protein. Protein is all the rage now. But if you eat just chicken on its own versus chicken with protease, these proteolytic enzymes, you actually get more protein from your chicken than if you were to eat chicken alone. Okay. It breaks down if you're lactose intolerant, it has lactase in it. It has a really cool one called alpha galactosidase. It sounds like a outer space superhero. I don't know, but alpha galactosidase is incredible, especially if you eat beans or hard to break down carbohydrates. It is going to make it so that you don't have gas from those. So I love digestive aid, and also it is a tropical citrus. It's like pineapple mango flavor, and it's really good, and it tastes like a sweet tart. So it's going to help with bloating, and it's going to help with your weight management and just showing up with more energy because you're absorbing your food. Okay, so that's number one. The other one I want to talk about is complete collagen because sometimes you actually have what's called intestinal hyperpermeability, which just means I guess the internet term for it is called leaky gut. That's not the medical term, but the internet term is called leaky gut. And essentially, what it is in your gut line, you have these things called tight junctions, and we want them to be strong. And so, when you take collagen, collagen has been shown to improve the gut lining. And so that's just going to help with a healthy gut, but it also helps with hair, skin, nails, faster recovery, joints, all of those things. Um, it's really cool because it has multi types of collagen, but then I also made sure that you have things to help it absorb. So you have fulvic minerals in there, and fulvic minerals are incredible for detoxification, gut health. But the reason in here is actually so they absorb more of these peptides. Okay. And so you get results that you wouldn't really get in a store-bought collagen because it's absorbing it. And then it has like vitamin C, it has to catalyze and hyaluronic acid to create more collagen, but then also help with like fluidity and uh, hydration in your skin. All right, I'm going to jump to the next one. Roadblock number three is nutrient dysfunction. Anyways, this is all about peptides in your gut. Okay. A lot of people are deficient in GLP-1, PYY production, CCK production. And they're actually showing the largest twin study ever done was done on twins showed that obese twins had less bacteria diversity than the healthy twins. Okay, so that showed us, and I'm talking the biggest twin study ever done showed that the twin who was obese or unhealthy had less diversity of gut bacteria. This ecosystem in your gut is incredible for your weight. So, because part of that is because of the ability to create short chain fatty acids. Short chain fatty acids are what trigger these peptides to be released. Okay. So, these hormones, these are going to help with fullness, satisfaction, craving, hunger, and inflammation. All right, so this is kind of how it works. You have a GLP-1. This is going to help with appetite, motility, insulin, all of those different things. So, but I'm talking tonight about endogenous GLP-1, which means GLP-1 that is naturally produced in the body. Now, when we're talking about a medical therapeutic peptide, that is different because that's not created here. It essentially like this is going to be stepping on the gas like as needed, where the shot just pedal to the metal for an entire week. Okay, so it's a little bit different. This you want to produce throughout the day. This is like all the time. So that is how GLP-1 works. So this is an incredible product at helping your body create endogenous GLP-1. Okay, so it's going to help the natural production of it. It's going to help curb cravings. It also helps with water retention, helping healthy blood sugar levels. It has berberine, which everyone calls it nature's Ozempic, because it really is incredible at creating GLP-1. We also have a patented areomin ingredient, which are these citrus bioflavonoids, and essentially that's just a fancy prebiotic, meaning it helps your body to create short chain fatty acids so that it produces GLP-1. So this is incredible. You just have to take 2 capsules a day. And then the other product that does tackles GLP-1, but in a different way, but there are some crossover, is our complete probiotic, which is an award-winning probiotic. I don't know if you remember from the beginning, but this is actually my specialty is gut health. This probiotic, it tackles 3 key areas. One is stress. It helps to mitigate your body's reaction to stress so that in all the studies it showed to reduce stress eating, to help with cortisol response. It actually taps into your vagus nerve in order to help your body produce serotonin, which is a hormone that helps you to be happy, healthy. It helps to trigger your melatonin so you sleep at night. It helps with your libido. It's an incredible thing. So we have a mood blend in there, which has psychobiotics in it, these targeted strains that tackle mental health. But then it also has metabolic strains in there so that your gut is able to produce peptides. It is the coolest thing. And then it also has a microbiome blend that is going to help with specific just gut support, meaning bloating, gas, diarrhea, constipation, like you know what I mean. But I have people where they see those results very first, like within a day, they see those. Within 3 days, they're DMing me, telling me their life has changed. But then the mood, it's like over a couple weeks, and they're like, oh, I have more mental clarity. I'm less stressed. I'm sleeping, like all of these amazing things. In fact, one of my employees, her son is on it, and she was just telling me uh, how much it has helped him because he just gets really stressed. He's an athlete, and she ran out of it, and she was like, it was night and day difference the days he was off of it, just because of its ability to biohack for your mental wellness. So really cool product. The next topic or the next roadblock, number four, is blood sugar chaos. Okay. I like roller coasters, except when it's my blood sugar, right? I just want it to be even kill homeostasis. I live really close to an amusement park, and if I was going to say it's like most of you are probably sitting there, your blood sugar might be like this. Like I just went on this ride where it just shoots up, drops down, goes around. Like that's what I imagine when people are eating the standard American diet, but also just not able to regulate their blood sugar correctly. So when your blood sugar spikes, your cravings increase, your cortisol increases, your hunger increases, your fat storage increases. And sadly, that like those are the shooting up, but the drop is your energy and your metabolism. So when we talk about this, like most women, it's like and drop. But like I said, we want energy, but we don't want to we don't want to crash, right? And we see this a lot, especially in women, because of when our hormones shift. So maybe what you did 5 years ago just doesn't work today. Because perimenopause and menopause, they spike cravings, they stall metabolism, and then of course, like stress, poor sleep. I always say coffee is a quick fix. Just like, when you have to have that boost of caffeine, sometimes that's just a quick fix, kind of putting a band-aid on it. Energy highs, crashes, like all of this is happening to so many women. So I'm really excited to talk about a few things that you can do. One is complete prebiotic. Complete prebiotic is almost like if you've ever had a greens, this is a berries. Okay. This is like the twin of a greens, but instead of green, it's all your berries. So these high anthocyanins, these prebiotics, they're incredible for modulating the gut and helping improve your metabolism and your blood sugar. Okay. So these polyphenols are incredible for that. We have bilberry, blueberry, like so all of these blue purple anthocyanins, and but on the flip side we also have five different fibers in there, and they're all organic, so we don't no glyphosate, none of that. uh, and so what these fibers do is it's really the difference between drinking apple juice and eating an apple. Okay, when you have apple juice, it is going to spike your blood sugar because there's so much sugar in it. But what happens with the apple is that sugar is blunted, yes, by the fiber. So instead of just being absorbed, like dropping quickly, it is going to slow it down, right? And that is going to help create even blood sugar. But then it also has metabolism effects and fiber. You guys, only 5% of Americans are getting enough fiber. So 95% of you aren't getting enough fiber. This is the easiest way to add it in. And I'm going to show you really delicious things, mixes to do too. Uh, the next one is our trim sticks. Going back to the first product we talked about, right? My fruit punch. Um, this has a patented chromium blend of amla fruit, shilajit, and chromium that helps to balance blood sugar in a significant way. It is going to reduce your appetite, help curb cravings, and produce peptides like GLP-1 and CCK. In fact, this is like one of the only products out there that creates CCK peptides, and currently it is a finalist as the weight loss product of the year. So super excited about that. Um, And it's so yummy. And it also has 50 milligrams of organic caffeine from green tea and organic coffee fruit. And so it's so good. But this is something that you're going to drink before eating, and it helps you to have balanced blood sugar throughout your meal and after, so that instead of crashing after you eat, you have energy. And instead of storing that food as fat, it's using it for energy. So, really incredible product. Uh, so the good news is I've told you all the problems. But like the good news is your body really does want to work. It's sitting there and it's just saying, "Hey, please, I want to be happy. I want to have energy. I want to sleep great. I want to look great. I want to feel great." It just simply needs support of the right systems. Okay. So when we talk about systems, so you're like I was explaining, your body is this full system. Like digestion actually starts in your mouth. Like under here, you have salivary glands. They shoot out in your saliva enzymes to break down your food, which is why our digestive enzyme is a chewable. It starts where digestion starts in your mouth. Okay, so all of this goes down, and then your stomach acid, all of these products work in a systematic approach to wellness. And so that's why there's these different steps. So I'm going to talk about two ways that you can do this. One is the gut glow. This is delicious. You mix all three of these together, okay? And this is going to help you significantly balance your blood sugar. It's going to help with weight management. It's going to help you to be the king or queen of your porcelain throne. We're just going to throw that out there. It's going to help with your gut lining and really give you a glow and just more like vibrant skin. And so that's the gut glow. I put on the bottom bonus clear protein plus. We have an incredible clear protein in this combo right here that you're seeing. I actually mix blue raspberry clear protein. So blue raspberry clear protein, dragon fruit trim sticks, complete prebiotic, which is wild berry. So berry, blue raspberry, and dragon fruit. I don't know why, but this combination is so delicious. And I drink it every single day, and it is kind of like my secret tool of just managing my weight, my energy, and drinking my 40s. So that is the gut glow. And then the other one is the gut collective. So the gut collective has like all of the things I talked about tonight. It has all the products I talked about tonight, and it really is a systematic approach to managing your weight, getting that glow up that you want, that energy that you need, and just really being able to show up in your life as your best self. So that is our gut collective. And like you when you go to our website, you'll see testimonials, all of the things. Um, but if I could just give you some tips on what to do from here. So you're like, okay, Chanelle, I learned so much, and it's okay. You're going to forget a lot of it, but I want to leave you with this. Small shifts equal big results. Do something that you can do now. So, right after this, I just want you to go drink water and get outside if you can. Get outside, a little bit of sunshine, and get grounded. Okay. Those are free things that you can do now that can help your health in this moment. And then I want you to get with whoever invited you to this call and get some advice on like which products are going to be best for you. Because when you support the gut, you support the metabolism, it supports your entire journey. Okay. And I want you to do things instead of thinking, I have to eliminate all these things. I can't do that. I can't do this. I want you to flip your mindset and think, what are things I can add? Okay. I already drink water. I'm just going to add my trim sticks. Um, I have to take medications in the morning, so I'm going to take my complete probiotic first thing in the morning. Think of things you can add into your day and have it stack into your day rather than things that you have to take away. And I have found that that shift in your mindset helps you to achieve big results because weight loss takes guts. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. It's always so fun to hop on with you guys and just give you a little bit more casual education and things that you can do to take your health back. That's all I want for you guys is for you to be happy, healthy, and show up in your life in the way you want. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have an excellent night. Bye.